What's up, everybody? Welcome back. As you can see, I'm not out in the woods. I'm not out on the water. It's actually a snowy day today as I'm doing this. Doing a little bit of a different video today, something that I don't usually do. We're going to be doing an unboxing. I'd received an email from Wosports. I'm asking if I wanted to try out a trail camera, and I agreed to it. Picked one of them. They sent it to me, and so we're going to do the unboxing. We're going to take a look at it, see what's in it, and then I'm going to get it out, get some photos, get some videos, all that good jazz, and see what it's like. That gave me an option, like I said, of 3 different cameras to choose from, and the one that I picked was the H47, but I want to go over a few things today. We're going to get it set up. Show you some settings, and then I will also show you some pictures of the various settings, because just kind of looking at it and going through a little bit, looks like there's a lot to it, but I'm anxious to try it out and see how well it does. So without gibbering that much more, let's get started. Let's get into it. So this one here, as I said, is the H47 is the model number. It comes with AI recognition. It's got a 2-inch screen on it. And these are just features that you see here on the box that I'm going over, and I'll put all this on there. Has audio recording, it's waterproof. Of course, it's what we need if we're going to be out there taking pictures of our deer, getting videos on our trail cameras. We want to see what's going on. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty decent one. I can't wait to get in here and see. So let's open the box up and see what we got. Of course, when we first get into it, here's the camera. Feels pretty solid, you know, nothing crazy. It does take 8 AA batteries, so it will require 8 batteries to operate, which that's what most of them do. We'll actually get it opened up. We'll get it turned on here in just a bit. Comes with your instruction manual as well. Lots to read. I'm not an instruction guy, but I'm going to have to check those out. Those are the instructions. So now, within the box, you have this little side compartment. It's got all kinds of little things stored into it. First thing, when you get in here, you will see that you have an adapter for your SD card. Has a USB, like a little flash drive, but it is an SD compatible. You have slots here on the side, so that way you can get the SD card in it. Pop it in, read it that way. Has a cord, I believe, that you can hook straight to the computer. But here's your strap. If you want to hook it to the tree, you have little slots here. There's a couple different mounting options from what it looks like, but I know with my cameras, I just use the strap, pull it tight to the tree, and that's all I ever use. But let's continue looking. I do like the strap. Has the SD card with it. You never go wrong with an SD card. Comes with it. And fingers ain't working hard to dig down in the box. So here's the cord that you can hook to the computer, hook directly to the camera, download that way. So that's pretty helpful. And then here's another mounting option that you have. Have the plate. That was loud. You have this little guy here where you're able to, can't hardly see it, that you can just screw into the bottom of the camera, mount it to the plate, which I'm not going through all that, and mount it like so. Can't hardly see, but there's another mounting option for it, and it comes with, you have some screws to get that mounted. There's 3 holes here, and this will just, you see on this, there's a couple nuts there, and that will enable you to hook it to the plate. And of course, this will now rotate, and that way, once you have it mounted, it can stand just like that. So different mounting options. For me personally, I won't be using that mounting option. I will just simply be taking the strap and going through the little slots that's on the camera, like I do every other camera. It's always worked for me. especially where I'm at. I would actually be afraid to use the other one because I want it very secure to the tree because I fight bears. We have bears galore, and so for me, that's going to be a good way for this to end up on the ground and chewed up. Would not be the first camera that I've had chewed up, as I've actually had a couple, and actually had a bear several times in my tree stand this year, which is not good. Tore up the seat. I'm going to be looking at replacing that tree stand this year. I've actually had to do work on it in the past. It's very damaging to my stuff. So I don't want that happening to this. Even with it being at a good price point, I do not want a bear to destroy my stuff. So another thing that came in the box, and I've actually I put them in there a while ago because I did want to try it out and to see, turn it on. So I have been into the box a little bit, are the batteries. Said it runs on 8 AA batteries, and to get into the battery compartment, just open. You have the little latch, open the front. There's a little eject button, like on so many of them. This comes out. As you see, batteries just go pop right in there, which it came with it. I don't know if that's with all the models, but it did come with 8 batteries, and I was super excited that it came with batteries. It's the little things in life that make you excited. Coming with batteries. I'd already bought batteries, but when I opened it up, seen the 8 batteries in, I was like, heck yeah. So batteries in, pop it back in, ready to go. Here's the LED screen. It's a little 2-inch LED screen. It's got an aim and then on. So if we want to get this thing programmed to what we want to do, just turn it over to aim. You'll see that it's powering on. You see the screen, and there you go. Now we're ready to get into the settings. We're ready to get this thing programmed, and I will show you all the different settings. I'm not going to go through each one here, but I will explain them. Once you do get into the menu, you have a couple different modes. You can do photo mode, you can do video mode, or you can do a photo and video mode. And I'm going to try them out in photo mode and in photo and video combined. And a couple different locations that I'm going to put this over at a family farm. First place that it's going, there's a lot of does over there. We don't really hunt over there. We hunted like one time this year, but there are several deer over. So we're going to set this up over at the farm first, and then here behind my house, there's not as many deer, but we're going to run it back here and try to capture some video to see how the batteries hold up. That's what I'm excited to see, is how long the batteries, because you know, with any trail cam, it's all about battery life. The cell cam that I run now, I think I switched batteries once this year. Now I didn't have out corn, I didn't feed. I attempted to feed, and my feeder got tore down the second day that it was up by a bear. Like I said, we had bear problems up at our lease, so I didn't feed. So I would actually set it to upload every picture as they came in. So I had to change out my batteries once this year. So they've done pretty good. But we are in, December and January. We're in the cold months, so I'm anxious to see how the batteries do in the cold. So I will be doing photos and videos. And then once you get into that, and as I said, I'm going to pop up on the screen those settings that you can go through, which are in the instruction manual, like the mode, your resolutions, all that, video resolutions, what length do you want to set these up, all of that you will see here, and it should be popping up on the screen. I'm going to pop all this up on the screen, all the different things that you can do. I'm not going to have time to get through everything, of course, date, time, all that good stuff, but it looks to be, just by looking, a very good camera. Feels pretty solid. So right now I've got mine set on photo and video mode. As far as resolutions, I am setting it at 48 megapixels, which is the highest for this camera. So it'll go up to 48 megapixels. As far as that, the video I've got on 1080p, and when you get into that, you can actually go up to 4K. So it'll go down to 720, it'll do 1080, it'll do 2K, and it'll do 4K. I'm setting this on 1080p. Just that's what I kind of go by my standard on, and what I set all my trail cams up. So that's what I want to go with. That's what I'm used to. That way I can judge the battery life. But I've got mine set on the 1080p. I'm going to do 10-second videos. I think on the cell cam that I run right now, this year that I ran 15-second videos is what I would do, but this one I'm going to do 10 seconds. And I did leave the sound on. I want to hear the audio on it and see how well that does, but it does have that feature on it as well. I got the sensitivity on medium. I just went middle of the road. Set your date and time, which is on there, and I do have that set. It's down at the bottom. It'll tell you degrees in Celsius. It'll tell you your Fahrenheit, so it has all that. Another nice thing about it is if you do, once you get photos on it, you can do playback, and it will pop up on the screen. So if you just want to check it while you're out in the field, you can. You can pull up the picture on the screen, which I don't have any pictures. I've not set it up yet, but it does give you that option, which is nice. That's one thing that I don't have on mine right now, but it's self cam, so you know it comes. But another one I do use that has the SD card. It does not have that option, so that's something I'm excited for. Just a little thing like that I can take it out, check it in the field, and I'm good to go. And once you do that playback, you can actually delete it right there. So I do have the sound on as far as my setting. Oops, and I'm recording. Don't do that. See, still trying to figure this thing out. Trying to get to the menu. You can do time lapse, all that good stuff. I can do loop recording, all that good jazz. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just basic use. What I need some photos, I need some videos. That's what I need it to do, and that's what I'm going to have it to do. So, all right. So another option I didn't discuss, but you have down here on the bottom, you have a power source that you can plug into that way as well. So if you want to hook up to a battery, solar panel, that sort of thing, you can as well. That's something I don't use because, again, the bears where I'm at, they climb, they get everything. I'm sick and tired. And if you want to see the reason why, right here, that bear, big bear, climbing the tree, getting my feeder. 1 day or 2 days right after I put that thing up, destroyed my feeder. So that's why I'm very careful with the cameras. And typically I've been putting them up in the tree, angling them down. I know they can climb, but it's saved a little bit as far as destruction this year. But me and bears, we have a love-hate relationship, and I love to hate them. I know that's not a very popular view, but they've destroyed so much of our stuff. I just get tired of it. But so once you get all your settings, you have it on aim, you can actually just slide it over and it'll go into on motion. You'll see the blinking lights. It's indicating that it is switching over. And once it's done, it's good to go, ready to start capturing images or videos. So see the blinking light is off. It is now ready. Simply get it shut, and it's probably taking a picture of us right now. So let's get back in here. Let's turn that off. So that's everything that came with it. So a little recap. Of course, you got the camera, got the instruction manual, which seems pretty straightforward. It's easy to go through. Got the SD card, which is actually in it. It just goes here in the side where the SD card goes, and then you'll see where you can plug in with the cord. It just pops in the side, and you got the USB, and you can plug it into the computer or whatever you may have. It's got the adapter, the USB, where you can plug in your SD cards to the computer. So you do have that option as well, which is pretty nice. The strap. The one thing I'm going to be concerned about, and I'll have to let you know, is the little buckle where you can get it fastened. It feels a little weak, so I'll be anxious to get that out and try that out to see how it does. And then you had the other mounting option as well. You had the screws. My hand ain't working right, but you had this option as well, where it will simply go into the, well, bear with me. Arm still doesn't, that right arm that I'm using still don't work right. I had to have my bicep repaired. I tore it, so it don't work correctly all the time. All right. So we got it on. And you can just mount onto this, fasten that to a tree, however you want it, aim it however you want, which is a nice feature. I know a lot of folks use that. And I wouldn't mind using that, except the bears. Again, the bears. So I won't be. I'll be using the strap. And then it came with the batteries. I don't know if that's with every camera that they send out, or if I was just fortunate enough where I'm trying this out, if they sent those to me. But I did appreciate the batteries. So hang on, stick with us. Let's go get this thing set up and get it out in the woods, see what kind of pictures we can take. So stick with us. Let's see what we got right now. All right, we're over at the farm. I'm gonna put the camera up. I got help. She's kind of cute, isn't she? Well, we're gonna go down here and I'll show you. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you where we're going to. Hopefully, we get some photos. I didn't bring no corn or anything out, but this area we're gonna put it, they kind of bed in this little area because we're on a farm, a lot of fields here. So hopefully we don't jump anything out. But let me turn the camera around and show you. And right down there is where we're going. A little patch of woods. They like to get in there and bed down. I was here for about an hour and a half. Once. It was so windy, couldn't hunt. They like to hang out over in that corner back there, and they'll cross right up here. There's an opening in the fence. They like to cross from that field to this field. Let's get down here and get the camera in and try to show y'all some pictures. They get in their bed. I jumped them up several times. There's the deer.
A little one.
Knew they might be in here. They go in there in bed, and sure enough, that's where they were. Brandy spotted them.
I did.
Here's the camera. It's all set up. We got facing back on this trail along through here and over in that area where they bed. So not throwing any food out, but they do use this quite a bit. So let it set for a few days, then we'll be back and check to see what we get. All right, we're here back over at the farm to get the camera that I put out 2 weeks ago. We're gonna see what it's got as far as pictures. Just jumped another deer. This is where they bed, so, but I'm not hunting here. Probably not gonna get to hunt here. But we wanted to give this camera a try and see what it done. So let's walk over here and grab it and see how many pictures are on it. So right here's the camera. Like this cover, and let's see what we got in the way of photos. All right, so I've included a few photos from over at the farm. Thought they turned out pretty good. Quality of the camera, I'm pleasantly surprised and definitely pleased with. So this will be a camera that moving forward I will use. But I did think the quality was pretty good on this. So. All right, we are going down over the hill behind my house to throw some corn. He's got the corn, I got the camera. Hope I don't fall going down through here. So I'm going down here, got this in video mode, or photo and video mode. And you all right?
Yeah.
He bit the dust. All right, so let's go into the menu settings. See, we got on photo and video. You see all the settings we got it set on. So now all we're gonna do is get it switched over to here. It's blinking. And now it's ready to go. We're gonna get some corn throughout in here. And hopefully we get some deer. See what else we get. There's a bunch of squirrels, so it's hard to tell what kind of videos we'll get, but stay tuned.
We're at the shower, man.
Like, you fell all the way down through there. It was like slow motion.
Well, every step, I'm in that style.
All right, well, you can see the house is behind me. We're walking down over the hill. We're going to retrieve the camera. It's been up for, I don't know, a few days. I know there's been deer here because I can see from my house back here. I can look down and see, so there should be some photos and some videos. Squirrels have been eating the corn. Actually, I just ran a bunch of them off. So we're gonna go down there and check his camera, see what we got, and finish this review. So stick with us. Right there's the camera. Popping up too. Still plenty of corn. See the corn where we threw it out in the snow the other day, and there's some over through air. They've been hitting it, but let's walk over here and check this camera, see what we got. Let's get it open. Put it over into aim mode. And let's take a look. So I've got 242 pictures and videos on there, and you see the battery's life still holding up. I know it's just been a few days, and just ignore, you see the date down there in January. But let's see what we got here. And we are walking up to it. Now that's everything total. See the squirrels. Here's some deer. So we're gonna get this up here. And play some of these videos, but it looks like some pretty good videos. So I'm anxious to get this back up and see what we got. So stick with us. All right, so here's some video that I took over behind the house. This is when I had it in photo and video mode, and I added some videos. Back actually just a little bit back when you see me throwing the corn out. That was the camera. I put those in there so that you could hear the audio and how it picks up pretty decent. But overall, I thought the video quality was good. I'm looking forward to using this camera some more, so very pleased with how it performed. All right, welcome back everybody. Well, we've had the camera out, put it a couple different places, had it over at the farm for a couple weeks, and then I went over and put it down over behind the house in the woods for a few days to get some videos, because when I put it at the farm, I just had it in photo mode, did not take video, but that gave me a good idea as far as battery life, and it done really well. In a couple weeks of not even feeding, I didn't throw any corn, anything like that. Had 140 some pictures, which those we'll have those up and show those. Some good pictures, good quality photos. It surprised me. And then when I had it here behind the house, it done really well. In a few days I had it up, I threw a bag of corn out, and had that first day, about an hour after I put the corn out, I had a bunch of deer, as you'll see. Took good photos there, took good video. I was pleasantly surprised at the quality of the photos and the videos. I didn't know what to expect, but I liked it. That's for sure. The camera done really well, but it picked up really well. Had the audio on, done pretty decent there. So overall, I would definitely recommend this camera. This is the H47 by Wosports. It did really well. I'm going to continue to put it out because the battery's still showing full. I'm going to get some more corn. I'm going to throw it back over the hill again and just put this back out. See how it does in these colder temperatures. It's been cold the last several days, but it's still showing good. The only downfall that I've really found, like I said, I've only used this thing for a few weeks, is the strap. This was the only thing that I've had an issue with, and I mentioned it in the unboxing part of it. This part here where it buckles and straps down, it broke as I was tightening down the strap onto the tree. Didn't put a whole lot of pressure. The little plastic piece, it broke. So then, I was on a little enough tree. I just took it and I just tied the strap down, and it was just fine. But that would be the only downfall that I've seen so far with this particular camera, is just that little buckle here where you strap it down. It broke on me as soon as I was tightening down, and it didn't take a whole lot of pressure. Outside of that, I like the strap. It's easy to handle, you know, nothing crazy. I mean, it's pretty light, so it worked fine. Just that one little thing is the only thing I've found fault with so far. I was pleased with the quality of photos that it took. Pleased with the video. Everything about it so far has done good. The battery life seems to be going well. I'm going to continue to run it. I'm going to go put it back out, and then I'm going to stick it out there. I'm going to see what I can get. I'm going to let the batteries run out. See if I can fill up the card first, or let the batteries run out and see what I get, to get a good estimate on how long they will last. Like I said, it's been a few weeks. Battery's still showing full. No issues there. Not all the pictures were videos as well. So, but did still take plenty of photos or videos. And down in the description, there'll be a link for this to where you can pick this up. But it is just the Wosports. It is the H47 model, and man, glad I got to use it because I definitely enjoyed it. I will use this at my lease next year. I run a couple cell cams at my lease. You know, it's a half hour away, so it's nice to have a cell cam because I'm not always up there checking cards. You know, sometimes it's, you know, not convenient, but I will be running this and probably some other cameras because once I do start running cameras, I'm up there enough. So this will definitely be at my lease next year, as long as the bears don't mess it up when I got it down over behind my house. So, but if you're looking for an affordable option for a trail camera, you know, especially those, you know, folks who hunt a lot of public land, you know, you don't sometimes want to put out a lot of expensive trail cameras. This is going to be a good option for you. So I'd recommend it. I had no idea about this company until they had contacted me. And I'm glad they did because I definitely enjoyed it. Had to check out other options as well. They have Wi-Fi options, so they have some other options. This is the one that I picked, and knew what I could do with it, and put it over at our farm, which is close by. So, all right, so that's going to wrap it up for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative. I know I learned a lot about this particular camera, and there's still options. You know, I need to hone it in. I didn't even, you know, popped everything up so you can see all the features, all the settings. There's a lot to do with it. Not real hard, but I didn't get in all that. I was, you know, got this towards the end of hunting season. I want to get this out. I want to see what I could see with it and how the quality of photos and videos would do. Said I'm excited to use it for next year, going into hunting season, because it did take good quality photos as you've seen. It's a good affordable option. I'm pleased. Outside of the strap, which fortunately I had another strap from an old camera that got tore up by the bears, and I just popped it up and used it over behind the heel. That right there is my only complaint. That little strap, and actually not even a strap, just a buckle where you tighten it down. But outside of that, it worked flawlessly for me, and it's going to go back up. Hunting season's over, but I'm putting it back out behind my house just to see how long the batteries will last, how many photos I can get on that SD card. So we're going to see which one goes first, the batteries or the card fills up. Got a feeling the batteries for the card. It's a pretty decent SD card. So, but appreciate you taking time to watch this video. If you hadn't already, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all the support. Looking forward to what 2026 has in store. Till next time, God bless.